as I said before, I want to be respectful of sensitive information. At the same time, as you all know, in this business,
He's got a script.
conversations often take place with assistant staffers and other people who aren't required to keep secrets, and everybody talks when something like this happens.
He has a... Bro, he has a script and a soundboard!
I can share a little more of what led to my own departure.
Y'all had Adapt on Fear and 14 years, over half of my life. I'd be lying if I said this didn't hurt, but it had to be done. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of this journey. The best is yet to come. Wait, what the fuck is going on? Bro, we literally just did an episode with Adapt, so it's going to come out next Monday. What is going on? They all left? GG's. Aiden tweeted he bought Faze Clan. Yeah, I saw Cutie tweet about it, but that's nothing. Like, that's a meme. Wait, I've never stopped phasing up. What is this? PlaqueBoyMax's cousin, or PlaqueBoyMax. PlaqueBoyMax's cousin, Fatboy Dip, reveals Faze trying to make Max pay $20K a month or give a percentage of his income to stay in the Faze guest house. He says,
I'll give you one part. Gang, you see that little townhouse? You see that little townhouse that Max was in? And Faze? They tried to make that nigga pay 20 bands a month. What the fuck? Or give a percentage of myself. What the fuck? But Max is such a good nigga. He just, yo, bro, I just want to. And now niggas like Max look crazy, look like egoed out niggas. No, that shit not cool though. Like niggas taking shit on the chin, making him look like this nigga the ego monster. Niggas don't know the truth, bro.
This guy's really cool, right? He was the one who was just like shitting on a bunch of like right-wing people after the Streamer Awards. Max's cousin, Fatboy Dip. Yeah, he's chill. I forget what it was. I just remember watching a video of his that went viral.
Niggas don't know the truth. So, of course, he's going to look like this nigga. Oh, this nigga just worried about himself. Nah, nigga.
Banks, I have nothing to do with what's going on in Faze Clan right now. I left 4 months ago and I moved on with my life. I'm fortunate to see. Wishing everyone involved the best. If there's anything I can do to help, I'm here. Nobody loves Faze more than me. You know what's crazy? I haven't asked anybody about what the fuck's going on. I mean, I knew that there was, you know, some shenanigans afoot, but I didn't know. Like, I didn't even ask them. And I genuinely have no idea. Like, I feel like I'm on the outside. Normally when stuff like this happens, I usually know what's going on. But I have no idea. And as someone who has phased up for basically the last decade or so, it's kind of making me phase down a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I know I've always told you guys, you know, never phase down, always phase up, but kind of feels like it's, we're phasing down a little bit. No, I don't think it's a bit. I don't think it's a bit at all. I don't think it's a bit at all, actually. Is Norm Finkelstein in Faze still? I don't think so, man. I think Faze Fink, he's out. Yeah, Adapt would not. This is the craziest. Adapt would not tweet this out for a meme. Left at Faze Clan, 14 years old, half my life. I'd be lying if I said this didn't hurt, but it had to be done. Why is Banks being blamed? I don't know. I feel like people blame Banks for a lot of stuff. His approval ratings are very down, but I don't know. DDR5s are too damn expensive. What is this, pre-watch?
Say it, right? And I'll be the one that bear bad news, right? But this whole Faze thing, like, it's gonna come to a halt very soon once the pressure is turned up. Because reality is, you guys have no equity in this, right? You're under no contract, right? And soon enough, one way or the other, one of you guys is gonna want more, right? And it's gonna break the cohesion of the group. You guys are getting you guys are getting rolled now, low key.
I'll be surprised if this shit lasts.
No, he's not pre-watching it. No, I can tell you that I don't think that's the case. XUC is actually okay. Let me start by saying I always call XUC a fucking dumbass when it comes to politics, and when it comes to politics, he is a dumbass. At least he used to be an open-minded dumbass. But this is the type of shit where he's very good. He's actually very smart when he talks about stuff like this. This assessment that XQC is bringing up under different circumstances would probably be a solid one. And as a matter of fact, that's always going to be a pressure point with a lot of big egos in the realm of entertainment. So he's not wrong, but I don't think this is the case. I think there's an organizational issue. Like when he says you don't have equity, he means like you guys are just kind of chilling and you're popping off and you're making money and it's great, but like you guys are gonna want to divvy up the sum in different ways. That I don't think is the main problem. Like he's saying there's a lot of big egos and you have no equity, you're gonna want more. I don't think that's the case. I think it's an organizational problem. Faze Bank sold a large ownership stake in Faze, shifting control to a new leadership that pushed for 20% of creators' earnings, heading all the members to leave. I don't know if this is accurate or not, but I would believe potentially. Like I could see this being a more likely scenario than what XQC is saying. Banks wanted XQC to buy Faze when it was on the stock market for like 12 million. That is a Kick Champ tweet. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if this is the case at all, but I'm saying that I could see that being the case more than what XQC is saying, which is like, more than what XQC is suggesting, which is big egos wanting a bigger piece of the pie or something like that.
That's another year. We're not even talking about equity. Fuck all that. We're trying to see if we fucking can make some money.
It's unfortunate to say it, right? And then
XQC deserves negative benefit of the doubt. Nah, this is the one area where he is very knowledgeable. If there's one area where XQC is very knowledgeable, it's shit like this. This is his whole life. What are you talking about? It's like this and Overwatch. If you ask him about fucking Overwatch, like playing Winston, he's going to be one of the best in the world. He's going to tell you everything you need to know. This, like organizations, like streamer culture, that sort of stuff, he is the most knowledgeable, one of the most knowledgeable people. At the end of the day, he literally it was one of the biggest content creators on the planet for years. PBM is about to talk about it on live. Oh no. But I think it's an org related problem, like with ownership. If I were to guess, I would say that it's like possibly org related. But I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's strange. I never thought Adat would leave Faze. That's crazy. Like you said, he spent over half of his life on Faze, dude. He's been at Faze for 14 years. He's 28. That sounds crazy to me. When Adapt joined Faze, I was 10. Yeah. Damn, he was a baby when he started? Yeah, he was. And not once did he ever fake a trick shot, dude. The stream is titled The Truth. Is he even live? What the fuck? Streamless Finale, The Truth. Promote that next podcast, Unc? Nah, that feels weird. This is all bait. They're going to add Max back. I don't think so, dude. I don't think so at all. They all left UAW this week too. You mean UTA? Dog, in this weird world, for a brief moment, FaZe Clan was a part of the United Auto Workers in your mind? Like they actually left the United Auto Workers, UAW. It's such a funny, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, everybody's phasing up, dude. Sean Fain, more like Sean Faze, the great chairman. Phasing the fuck up. I don't have aura. I can't be an aura streamer. Look at me. I'm wearing a fucking... He doesn't even have any Christmas gear on. You know what I mean? It's the day of Christmas. I'm over here looking like Santa Claus.
good. Hope y'all been good, bro.
You have never once said my username, Yosarian.
Merry Christmas, first of all. If you don't have a family, you feel me? I want to let you know I love you. We love you. You feel me? If you do have a family, make sure you tell them you love them.
Bro, he
Hope
loves
you had a
me.
good ass day.
He loves us, chat.
And yeah, bro. Happy holidays. It was an amazing year. 2025 was probably the best year of my life yet. And it's just gonna keep getting better. I appreciate y'all. You feel me? I hope y'all had an amazing year too.
I'm parasocial now.
Obviously, a lot of big news happening the last 24 hours. I know a lot of people are looking to me for my thoughts, as these are my boys and I went through the process first. As I said before, I want to be respectful of sensitive information. At the same time, as you all know, in this business,
He's got a script.
conversations often take place with assistant staffers and other people who aren't required to keep secrets, and everybody talks when something like this happens.
He has a... Bro, he has a script
that
and a
said,
soundboard.
I can share a little more of what led to my own departure and what I think may have been the feelings of my bros.
Bro, he has a soundboard and he has a script. I got nothing.
I joined Faze Clan
No.
last year. I joined Faze Clan last year, 2024 February. Shout out to Hasan, shout out to Rage. Feel me? Help bringing me in. When we joined, brotherhood, bros, good time, great vibes. We all some young kids. It's just like, damn, we coming around, and now we around niggas who, damn, niggas was watching niggas on the screen before we was in this position. You feel me? We in a position now where it's like, damn,
Where
bro, we
did
can do
Banks touch
something
you? That's
great.
crazy.
Do something amazing.
I appreciate the fuck out of you not having a soundboard.
Everything was smooth. Y'all know we was in Miami, then we went to LA. You know? Good times. Shit was cool for the most part. Hiccups here and there, but nothing where it's like ever be a major issue. I'm gonna mute alerts for this so I could just talk. As y'all know, subathon happened. Even when we had our little issues, it was never, damn, this is not something that would, this is something that would break up, something that would potentially be a huge issue. You get what I'm saying? We was good. Y'all know, if you was there for 2024, say me, nigga. Bro, y'all know, bro. Then, Faze Miss 1 happened. Everything's still smooth. As I know, Faze Miss last year, 2024, was great vibes. We had a good time. But, if y'all can recall, there was a stream later on into the month where I'm not even going to specifically name names, because if you was there, you was there. It's not the most big deal. But we had a sponsor. There was a sponsor for that day. And niggas didn't end up doing the sponsor. Game night. Yes, if you was there, you was there.
Boom.
Niggas didn't end up doing the sponsor. There was difficulties with the sponsor. Yeah. After that happened, according to the assistants and staff of the creators, because I'm not gonna lie, I just really don't remember. But they said
W or L sponsor? I'm not so sure. L sponsor, I think.
pulled
I don't know.
everybody for the rest of the month and sent niggas home early. Right? This is the first time where in my head I went, huh. Okay. So how much control do we have here? And how much control do niggas have over us? If that makes sense. Right? I'm gonna say that one more time again. How much control do we have here? And how much control do they have over us? Move into January. Y'all know I started 365. someone at Faze had introduced me to my old manager, Brandon. Shout out, Brandon. Was working with Brandon from about November.
The fuck?
Brandon had falling out with person who introduced me.
How do we tell you PBM is going to drag
And
this for
person
2
who
hours and do
introduced me.
unboxing? Wait, really?
Tells me, according to my assistant and my creative director at the time, who were sitting.
What the fuck is going on with the stream?
Because they're on my team. Tell me
He has
I have
90K
to
viewers.
fire my manager and get rid of him, or I can't be here when they're the person who introduced me. Video proof as well of this meeting. They were there. This is information my assistants are just telling me.
I can hear the rain in the background.
After that happens, I stayed. Shout out to Brandon. He just wanted the best for me. Wanted me to be as good as I could possibly be. We're still cool. You know, I got introduced to a new manager, as I know. I come back to LA after New York. All that happened in New York. And, you know, everything's cool. I'm cool with the boys, you feel me? Me and the boys cool, but it's just like, damn, like, it was a weird air for a little while, you know what I'm saying? But everything I patched up, because at the end of the day, we bros and we love each other. Like, you feel me? I want to make that known. Ron, I love you. Jason, I love you. Adapt, I love you. Rage, I love you. Silky, I love you. Hasan, I love you. Did I forget anybody? I don't think so.
You didn't say lazy.
Merry Christmas to y'all as well. I texted them though. Lacey, I love you. I thought Lacey was the nigga I said first. Lacey, bitch ass nigga. Anyways, though, Black Rockstar, thanks for the sub. Everything's cool.
Bro, he forgot your name too?
You feel me?
Damn, dude, that's fucked
We
up.
figuring out what we're gonna do for the rest of the year. Ideas. Yo, we actually had this idea. Niggas can say this shit now. We were supposed to go on this hometown tour. Damn, bro. We were supposed to go on this hometown
You didn't
tour.
say my name either?
Where we
Yeah,
basically
I'm
go around.
OG Faze,
We
that's
was gonna
why,
go
I
to each of
think.
our hometowns, go to our high
Drama.
schools. Yeah, we was gonna do that right before niggas moved into the new house, right? So niggas was getting ideas. You feel me? That would have been fire. But before that happened, we started going through some turmoil.
Streamers are just crazy because imagine making kids feel like they can be famous for just being themselves. The whole idea is one of the most intoxicating you can imagine. I swear to God, I have the most like 38-year-old audience on this fucking platform, dude. I swear to God, I have the most, like, this is the most like 12-year-old audience right now, and I have the most like unk audience.
See that little townhouse? I'll give you one part. Gang, you see that little townhouse? You see that little townhouse that Max was in? M-Phase? They tried to make that nigga pay 20 bands a month. What the fuck? Or give a percentage of myself. What the fuck? But Max is such a good nigga, he just, yo, bro, I just want to. And now niggas like Max look crazy, look like egoed out niggas. No, that shit not cool though. Like, niggas taking shit on the chin, making him look like this nigga the ego monster. Niggas don't know the truth, bro. Niggas don't know the truth.
Now, as I know, FBD worked for me. It's my cousin. Now he streams now. He worked for me. He sat in meetings and he heard these things for his own ears from me. Free man. He's allowed to say whatever he wants as he feels. But as y'all know, I signed the Faze in 2024, so at the end of the day, I signed papers. There's certain things I can and can't say.
He has a non-disparagement, probably.
FBD? You ain't signed that.
Faze, no
When I
work
left
is right.
Faze,
Yeah. It is pretty crazy that like these orgs don't have better. I mean, it's crazy that
say
like
anything to you
because I
guys.
guess the talent is so young. Because the talent is so young in general that they straight up lock them into shitty contracts, I guess. I don't know.
Anyway.
I've never been a part of an organization.
y'all remember the day? Y'all remember this day?
Sad on stream. How do orgs make money? They sell ads. But honestly, they don't. But the way they
What stream was I in? A blue hoodie. Do we have that? I don't know if we have that.
the way that they make money
might
is
not
they
have that.
sell ads. So they sell like
I don't see
across the board. It's basically the same as like any agency, like an ad agency.
it. April 29th.
So they'll go and get like a big sponsor and they'll be like, oh, all of these are our top content creators.
Coordinates will be sent to you.
And they give a, depending on the deals that they have, they either give a percentage back to the streamers or
This
they
is a
take a
bad
percentage
thing.
of the ads they sell.
The shit from Faze Miss into whatever FBD's talking about, that happening, is what made me realize, damn, it's time for me to man up. And if I want to be what I one day want to be or plan on being, I gotta bet on myself. No matter what happens to me or what niggas might try to do. So yeah, as y'all know, I ended 365 shortly after moving into the new house. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like me ending 365 gang, I was just burnt, bro. There's too much going on behind the scenes shit. Streaming every day. I was burnt. Gang, imagine starting
Low key, instead of
365
UTA, if they were at UAW, they wouldn't be having these issues though.
and then 7 days into it, niggas tell you,
Like maybe they
nah,
should have been
give me your
unionized.
manager. Fuck that nigga, he's out. Now I gotta scramble and figure shit out. And you know, niggas did help me figure shit out, but it's like, fuck, bro. You know, it's just like, it's very, it's like, it's chaotic, gang. Every day and waking up, I gotta figure out
Can we
how the fuck
FaceTime
I'm
Jason?
going,
I'm not gonna
what I'm
fucking
gonna do
FaceTime
today.
him while I'm live, dude.
But it's like, fuck, I don't have my manager gone. No rage. Chill, gang. But yeah, bro. So out of these moments, I really questioned, and I think I made the decision, especially after this, after, you feel me? Alleged thing happened, where I'm like, bro, what am I gonna do here? I can't be here no more. And I honestly didn't think I was gonna leave as soon as I did, but it was on some shit like, bro, I gotta make this decision sooner or later, gang.
Is he leaving Faze or something? No, he
So
left
yes,
already.
I
He
had
left
365.
first.
I'm gone for a couple months. I'm able to get my mental health back right. I'm
And
able to
now
get
that all the
straight. I'm
other
able to
Faze
pause.
members are leaving
Those
as
two.
well,
But I'm able to
one by
realign
one, he's basically saying
myself
his
as a
piece. He's
person
saying
and
his
just be able
truth.
to, you feel me? Be good. And I'm not saying all that was from being in, but I was just fucked up in a lot of different ways. I just had to get myself right. You feel me? I come back. I'm missing one piece. Sorry to rewind the story to fuck y'all up. Y'all remember when Lacey got kicked from Faze?
Lizzie got kicked from Faze.
He really got kicked from Faze. He got kicked from Faze because, according to the assistants and the staff and the cameramen, they said that he had missed a video shoot or something. And we were missing video shoots. And so he actually got kicked from Faze. Granted, he was allowed back in later, because niggas all had combos, but yes, he got kicked from Faze. So my point of this is to tell y'all this. We had no control. There was no control. We're just like we're puppets. At least that's what it felt like. You get what I'm saying? Anything could happen at any moment. Bro, Lacey love Faze. This nigga campaign for this shit. This nigga go hard as fuck. Like, hard as fuck. Like, how can that happen, bro? Right? Cool. It come time, y'all know the whole war happened, etc. Right?
Bro, if you're 14,
And
this
then
is
we
the
had
worst
Faze
Christmas ever.
I'm not gonna lie, for the past like 2 months, I was on some shit like, damn.
Yo, this is
Like,
the
am I really
worst
gonna
Christmas
leave? Am I
gift
gonna
of all
stay?
time,
Bro,
dude.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
I was,
phasing
like, just on
down.
the fence with it because at the end of the day, I fuck with these niggas.
We
but
almost have Faze
We
Marlin.
don't own this shit.
Yeah.
We don't. And we don't have control over our careers as much as we should have. Why? So I'm gonna be honest, bro.
This is Phase 9/11, dude.
That whole Faze camp happened when we went to Faze camp. I called up.
My brother is
I
21
run
and he's
Yaya,
having
I
a
run,
bad
you feel me?
Christmas because
Yo,
of
bro,
his.
move my shit out. After Faze camp, I'm leaving. And I'm gonna be totally honest, bro. Now that I'm here, I want to sit here and at least apologize publicly
That's crazy.
to my boys because it caught them very off guard. But the reason I did this was because I needed to make a decision and stand on it. I knew if I had niggas move shit out, there's no going back. I needed to make this decision and not have any return. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. Niggas move all the shit out. We come back, you feel me? I told them morning of. Either morning of or day before. And I told them niggas, like, I literally remember sitting outside in the guest house. I was with Hasan, I was with Ron, I think Silky, and Jason. Lacey
If this
wasn't
isn't
there.
ruining
And
your
I told him, I said, yo. Like, I'm
Christmas,
leaving, guys.
you aren't phased up.
I'm
I'm
leaving.
also
Told him, I
34
said, yo,
years
I'm
old.
leaving, bro. And you feel me? I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. Like
I don't
they
know
real
if you
niggas,
know
bro. They was
this,
trying to get me to stay, yo, stay, bro.
but I'm
Keep doing
Unc.
shit, we'll figure it out. Whatever, gotta how you feel me? But it's like, bro, I gotta commit this shit. I know I can't be here, bro. Niggas have did us wrong multiple times, according to the assistants. And it's like, bro, as a man, what do I look like, bro? I gotta fight for it. Not fight for it, but I gotta go after what I believe is right and what I want for myself. So I left. The reason I apologized to them is one, because how short notice it was, and also how I left. Y'all know I was in the white room. It was definitely performative. And even though it's fuck corporate niggas, it's not fuck my boys. You know what I'm saying? And they had to catch some of that too. Now, the reason why a lot of this shit I didn't, was never said was because at the end of the day, if I came out and said this shit or said whatever the day I left,
Dude, they had
now
such a
it
good
puts them
team.
in a position where
It's
they
pretty
look crazy
crazy.
for staying when
Like, they
wanted
had-
to stay.
they had a
And at the
bunch
end
of
the day,
great
if they wanted
talent.
to stay, they want to stay. You feel me? Like,
What they needed
that's
was
their career.
Phase Marks,
Doesn't
Phase
matter.
Carl.
That's why I still do shit with these niggas, because it's like, whatever.
Actually,
You want to be there, you want to be there. It's not, bro, that doesn't have to do anything. That has nothing to do with me. I
it's
freed
wild
myself.
that they
Hopefully
like
can
they
figure
all
shit out
blew
one
the
day.
fuck up.
You feel me? Or if the shit work and
Agent
everything's
says they're
smooth,
likely gonna
everything's
make their
smooth.
own org now. I hope they do.
When I left, I got told niggas that was there. I'm not talking about the boys. Niggas who worked.
Dude, imagine
for,
they do a
I got
co-op.
told It'd be the worst decision of my life. I got told I would KMS without being in this shit. You feel me? And I just want to say,
I think you called us a while back. No, I didn't
thank
call this. a while
God that I bet on myself. You feel me? Like that I bet on myself and that I just believed in what the fuck I'm trying to do and who I want to be. Cause, like I said, a lot of this shit I want to be a good example for y'all, or like just be a good example of what you can be. I want y'all to be dreamers, bro. Dream as big as you possibly
Cutie's chain
can,
looks
bro.
stupid now.
You feel
Okay,
me?
dude.
But yeah, so I left. You feel me?
It's
Y'all know
crazy
there's a
how
lot of
much we
turmoil,
talked about
niggas
Phase with a
stoning me.
dab,
Just saying whatever.
and then now he's not even a part of it. I don't know what the
At
fuck
end of
we're.
day, bro, because I had to talk with somebody. I'm not gonna say who the Phase member is, but I had to talk with him. He said, bro, please, bro, just, you feel me? He said, let us rock. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got what we got going on. And I'm like, you know what? You right, bro. Like, I don't want to fuck up nothing y'all got going on, bro. Nothing. Because it's like, it don't have to be. Niggas can all be cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the business side is the business side. But, bro, I don't want to, you feel me? so I didn't. But as you know, not everyone, who left? Ron, Lacey, Jason, Silk, Adapt left Faze.
Yeah, that was crazy. Cutie left too. Yeah, okay, shut up, chatters.
Thank you for that sub, Slasher.
Damn.
Yeah. Here we are. Still standing tall. You feel me? Real shit. And I just want to let y'all know, anyone that was here, it stuck with me through probably my darkest months where I never felt like I wanted to quit before because I always knew this was my purpose. But
Faze angles?
like, this is the first time I ever felt that in my life. Anybody that's stuck here through August, September, you feel me? I was in a fucking hospital game.
The Trump supporter one you had a call with, was it Banks or Adapt? No, Adapt's not a Trump supporter, bro. No, it was Banks.
But I'm going to do it. I always knew I'm going to do it because I ain't no bitch. I'm not no quitter. So we going to make this shit shake. But, yeah, everyone leaving today. I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm not going to speak for them. But niggas in some shit, bro. And please be easy with them. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, they got some shit going on.
Jason is a Trump supporter too. Go get your nephew. He is not. Stop slandering. Stop slandering my nephew. My nephews
have shared shit that I could share, but I don't even want to do that because it goes deep. And I don't think I'm the person who should be speaking on that. I just want to be able to speak on what I can because I was able to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I let me check my phone. I think we're good for the most part. Hasan tweet, can you send it?
He tweeted a heartbreak, but he didn't change his name. He still Faze Hasan. What age range are nephews? They're all in their like early 20s, the mid 20s. January can't come sooner. Let's see.
I don't regret joining Faze at all. I think it's one of the best decisions I made. It's just a little bit sad that there's so many predatory people.
Fuck my big chungus life.
In his business, as well as people that really will pitch a life in a certain way and have totally opposite intentions. You feel me?
I mean, look, the reality is, it's not all that sad at the end of the day. I mean, it's obviously doesn't feel too great right now, but all these guys are great content creators. They're all friends. They're going to be fine. They're going to be better. I mean, look at Max. Max left before anybody else did for one reason or another. And he has only blown up further in the process. So the reality is all of those other guys, like, they were more beneficial to be on board with Faze than the benefits that Faze was giving them. Let's be real. As much as I say, you know, Faze up, all this stuff, the reality of the matter is they got these guys early on. They saw something in them. They were all very talented. They were all very good. They had a great relationship as well with one another. But the thing is, they're not even like game streamers, so they're not even locked into like a video game. In the past, most of the people, like with TSM, with Faze in the past as well, they were video game streamers. So they had their ups and downs. If the game was like no longer as poppin' or as relevant, they would lose their audiences. But these guys are making original content. And that was not only new for Faze, but that was just like new for orgs in general. Some of the other organizations were trying to do that as well. But like, they're lifestyle content creators. So that is there is unlimited potential for every single person, right? So for them, they can just keep doing whatever they're doing. And they can do it on their own with more editorial creativity, with more editorial independence. They can continue collaborating with one another. Like at most, they just don't have like I guess the YouTube, but that's it. And that was probably more so an obligation that you have to do for Faze than what is this? Lacey's mom shares her opinion on Lacey, Stable, Ronaldo, Jason, Wayne, and Silky officially leaving Faze Clan. These guys don't need Faze. Faze needs no 100%.
Chat, listen.
These guys do not need
W Lacey's mom, but she's right. That's 100% true.
Faze needs these
Fuck,
guys.
that scared
Oh,
the shit out of me.
shit. Mom, that was the hardest bar you've ever dropped.
It's true.
Oh my God, this is, I assume this is Lacey's brother, but this is literally, what the fuck? It's like freaking me out how similar they look to one
Damn.
another in sound.
Right, it's true.
Because these
Bro even has the head dent. What is going on?
guys brought Faze back around and about.
She's right.
So,
She's like, W Lacey's mom. Lacey's mom be like, united they bargain, but divided they beg. You know? Phasers of the world unite. You have nothing to lose but your chains type shit.
Hey, Spike. She's dead. There's nothing I can do for her now.
What anime is this? Cowboy Bebop?
Come on, man. That's a classic.
Bro, niggas on Twitter acting like KC3 invented anime, nigga. Fuck, nigga. Oh my gosh, bro. I hate Twitter niggas, bro. Holy shit. Shout out for Kai for fucking with anime, though. There's a lot of great
This is a
anime.
distraction from the
The only shit
files.
I've
Yeah,
watched-
Faze dropped this bomb. Faze dropped this bomb to distract everybody from the Epstein files, I think. You're right. I agree. Yeah.
My life. All my life.
That's what's up.
Without y'all and God, I'm nothing. And everyone that was here and stuck around despite whatever niggas was saying, like, whatever was going on, I appreciate y'all. Real shit. I love y'all. And I owe y'all the world. And I'm going to keep going. I'm never going to quit on y'all. All we do is evolve and keep moving. You feel me? Nothing can tear this shit down. That's why I wore this shit. This is all I bleed. But I think it's my time. I gotta catch a flight. I love you guys.
The fuck?
Not everything's what it seems, gang. You know that.
Unc, ain't it
Not
past your
everything's what it
bedtime?
seems. And sometimes you gotta look between the lines, cause.
Are you joining Faze Clan? Fuck no. Not after this.
But y'all have a good ass night. Merry Christmas.
Why
We'll
are
see
you
on the
glazing Faze so
31st.
hard? You know a lot of Faze communities hate your ass, right? Every time you're mentioned, the chat spans fuck Hasan, especially the Trump supporter Faze guys like Kason and Lacey. Kason even called you the R word a few years ago. Dude, you know this is like the maximum parasocial thing that you could possibly do, right? I don't know if you understand this, but I know these dudes in real life. Like, you encounter us from clips and you encounter us from, oh, here come the ads from the chat. No, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of chatters who might even agree with you. But like I've hung out with Kason since then. Like, we've, like, very publicly and also in person. I pray AMP never does this to me, inshallah. I like all these guys. I don't give a fuck if there's people in their communities that are just like, oh, fuck this guy, fuck Hasan. What are you, crazy? All this attention is making my hands sweat. You can use that for gooning. The hand sweat. That's crazy. Just did a quick in and out. I miss everything. Can you sum it up? All of the new Faze guys, they all left. I guess they had issues, like some kind of like org related issues, and I don't know why really. And Max had left beforehand. I think I can only assume that it was probably like the org wanted more control, or the org wanted more money, like a bigger percentage of something, like of the ads that they sell or the revenue that they generate potentially. Because a lot of these organizations like they're not making a lot of money to begin with, and and they do have some overhead, like with the rent and content creation and whatnot. This is not even a defense of the org, obviously, because I do think that this kind of stuff could be done without any corporate middleman. Because a corporation in that situation is straight up just a money making operation. Like the corporation's entire goal is to make money, is to generate revenue. They don't do anything, right? Because the entire product is them. The entire product is Max, it's Jason, it's Lacey, it's Ron, it's Silky. So it's this weird predicament where like it's even more in your face than the productive aspect that labor can only provide. Labor provides value. Not to get all socialist with it, but without labor, there is no value, right? Your bosses can't sit around and work in the factory floor by themselves and generate the same yield, generate the same output. And so when the organization demands more, like when the bosses basically demand more from the content creators, they're like, well, I don't need to do that because they can do it on their own. As Lacey's mom correctly pointed out, Faze, the organization, needs them more than these guys need Faze, the organization, which is also part of the reason why I don't feel too bad about this disbanding, because they're not dead, they're still here. Like, it probably sucks because now they need to figure out their housing situation. Now they need to figure out like where they're gonna live, how they're gonna, how they're gonna get back into the content sphere. There's probably some legal battles going on as well in the backdrop, where there is I'm sure there's like some legal shit happening, some lawsuits. The saddest one is Adapt, because Adapt, as he also said himself, was with Faze for 14 years, and he's 28. He's been with Faze for more than half of his life, like with the organization. Like, he grew up with every era of Faze pretty much. So that's pretty crazy. Good bulk of the revenue, aka viewers, are tied to the products, aka streamers. The overlords don't even have that tether where the content creators and their fans do, so the product can leave and take the revenue with it. Hope that makes sense. Exactly. Like, the thing is, like, if you were working at a factory, you have less mobility. You can't just get everybody else that works at the factory and then find another factory to work at altogether, or like build your own factory. Whereas in this situation with streaming, the orgs offer way less in terms of upfront capital, upfront revenue, and the necessary tools. Because people can be people can do Twitch streaming from their living room, from their houses, from anywhere really, as long as you have a camera. So for that reason, they could just basically create their own they could create their own friend group even without even like significant revenue distribution, where everybody just like makes their own money and they get together and make content, and that'll be it. They can do a cooperative structure if they wanted to. So yeah, it's perfectly fine. Serious question, would these guys be successful without the agencies who bring them sponsors, ad contracts, and the management, or do I misunderstand? Yes, they would. 100%. They would not be successful without their without the people that work with them, like their editors and their camera people. But they could be successful without the managerial staff for sure. As a matter of fact, they probably can be more successful, and you'll see. Because think about it this way. I've never been in an agency ever in my entire career. I've never wanted to be a part of, like, I'm rep by WME. I have a manager, but I never really got too much out of the WME relationship regardless, and I never needed it, but they can still do that, right? TYT is not an agency. I was working for TYT as a worker. That's a little bit different. There's a difference between like being a gig worker / like a 1099 worker under Faze, under the banner of Faze, versus working as a W-2 straight up wage labor at the Young Turks. So Faze in and of itself basically operates like an ad agency, and ad agencies would love to get these guys on board anyway and take a 10% or maybe a little bit more than that off the top for every ad campaign that they sell. And even then, the breakdown mocked every other TYT show, but nobody's ready for that combo. It's true. Thank you. And you should be celebrated for saying it. And it's not like people haven't asked me. Organizations wanted me to join many, many times over. There were a lot of organizations that wanted me to join. As a matter of fact, one of the most famous ones I've talked about before was the guy who like became a fucking massive Andrew Tate stan. I forget who it was, but there was this guy who was an org owner, and he was like constantly trying to get me to join his organization. And I just kept saying no. And then he like lost his mind and became like a fucking huge Andrew Tate stan. I think it was G2. Yeah, so like there have been a lot of orgs that I've had the opportunity to join, had the opportunity to be a co-owner of, and I just always said no. And the reason for why I always said no is because I don't really like, it's not for me at all. It's not. I don't need to join an organization. I don't, I feel like it's more trouble for someone like myself, because like I usually say no to ad campaigns anyway. A big part of what I do is saying no to advertisers, so it's not great. Why don't you start one? Why the fuck would I start one, dude? Because I'm not good at managerial tasks. Why would I start an organization? This is what I'm good at. I'm good at this, okay? That's it. This is what I'm good at. It's the only thing I'm good at. Closest one you have is Fear And, but Fear And is not an org. It's a co-op. It's a cooperative. And I do think that for guys like this, for Max and for everybody else, they are already so talented on their own. And Max's departure, I think, might have even given the other guys some confidence too. Because like his departure And what is this? We good off Faze? What the fuck does this have to do with anything? Israel's Arab population is growing and flourishing. The anti-Israel crowd hates facts and data. What the fuck? Co-founder of Faze Clan? Wait, what? What the fuck? Hey, yo. Okay, maybe not so bad that they left. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is this? Faze's partner company recently created a new talent agency called Hardscope with all those that is just being listed as a part of it. This situation is a lot more complicated than just leaving. I mean, dude, I'm phasing the fuck down now. Holy shit. I didn't know it was like that. Oh, wait, I do know it's like that. Yeah, Faze Apex is Palestinian. And he's one of the OG founding members of Faze. I think this guy's on the corporate side. Check his profile banner. Yeah, this is like the corporate guy that came in. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh, brother, I didn't know that. That's crazy. Okay, no, you weren't wrong. He is not a co-founder, by the way. I don't know why he says co-founder on his fucking bio. PBD type banner, Patrick Bet David. Faze was promised to him, dude. Faze was promised to him. Okay, you need to chill.
Y'all remember when Lacey got kicked from Faze? He really got kicked from Faze. He got kicked from Faze because
now we know why I
according
never got
to the
that Faze
assistants
chain, dude. Now we know.
and the staff and the cameramen, they said that he had missed a video shoot or something, and we were missing video shoots, and so he actually got kicked from Faze. Granted, he was allowed back in couple later because niggas all had combos, but yes, he got kicked from Faze. So my point of this is to tell y'all this: we had no control. There was no control. It was like we're puppets. At least that's what it felt like. You get what I'm saying? Anything could happen at any moment. Bro, Lacey love Faze. This nigga campaign for this shit. This thing go hard as fuck. Like, hard as fuck. Like, how can that happen, bro? Right? Cool. It come time.
Fat Boy dip with more.
They do funny money, and now they're just doing funny money towards everyone, but I don't want to talk about the niggas' business, but they did some weird shit, chat. They done some weird shit because he's still part of some shit, so I'm not going to talk about everything. But all I'm going to say is,
This Faze situation is a labor issue, by the way, for all the fucking olds in the chat, for all the unks in the chat that are like, I don't care. Why should I care about this? But it quite literally is a direct issue with not having any autonomy in a workplace. I know it sounds stupid because they're like 20 and they're multimillionaires and shit. So you're like, oh, well, who gives a fuck? Oh, woe is me. I work in a fucking Amazon distribution facility. And I understand what you're saying, but it's no different than when players have contracts. It's no different than when I try to explain to people like the basketball players union is the reason why the contracts are as good as they are. Because you also have to remember, if LeBron is making $40 million a year, someone is making money off of him that's a lot wealthier than that. You know what I mean? There's a billionaire on top of that is like giving him that salary that's making even more than that. Okay. There's always a person who owns the team. So in this situation, it's no different. It's not dissimilar than a high earner wage employee taking issue with a contract that they're getting. But it's still the same exact dynamic between labor and bosses. Corporation wants more from the labor. In this circumstance, the laborer is the content creator. And clearly they had some sort of dispute around that. I assume they wanted, like, I mean, if was it Fat Boy Dip who worked with Max is saying this, and I assume it's because it's like,
let's have it like this. Let me make it simple for you. How do I put this in like terms that is like understanding? Because again, I don't want niggas in Faze to feel crazy that they're still in Faze, like where it's like forcing them to leave. That's why I didn't even say nothing to begin with, because I don't want niggas to feel like, damn, I gotta leave now. You feel me? You feel me? But basically, it's like, how you gonna go off of faith, and then when it's time for like you get paid because shit didn't go out in your favor, you try to R word the niggas that turned you up.
okay. On Christmas. All right, listen. I'm gonna end it here, but I'm gonna do more socialisms tomorrow.